How are you all today? I've been asked a few times on how do I open and prepare a deck for the very first time. The My answer to this question is there is actually no right or wrong way of doing anything, of whether it's a tarot deck or an oracle card deck. The only right way is you do it with your own intuition. If it feels right, you do it. This is the way to do. And I may do it this way, someone else might do it another way, someone else will do it a third way. They all go with their intuition and working with their heart centers. So the way I'm going to show you is how I do it. I don't do it every time because each deck, whether the tarot, speaks to me. So I have a basic way of doing this. Hi, Joe. But these, it may differ because sometimes depending on what energy I'm feeling from the tarot, depending on what energy I'm feeling from the oracle card, I may treat them slightly different. But this is just how I do it. And like I said, as long as you work with your intuition, what feels right, and you think, oh, I do it like this or I do it like that, you do that, and that's the way to do it. So I've got my deck of fairy tarot cards. Now I have had these for a while, but I haven't actually worked with them. And I was going to go today to pull a card, and I just suddenly thought, oh, I've taken off the cellophane wrap and I've looked at them, but I haven't actually prepared them to work. So I thought, I know, I'll pop on and show you how I do it. So you've taken a decision on whether you're going to use a tarot deck or an oracle card deck. The only reason I've picked these ones up to demonstrate is because this is a deck I haven't actually opened up with. So I get them, I go, oh, I've got a new deck. I look at the pictures and read the back and so on and so forth. And then I open them up and it's like, ooh, the excitement. Oh, it's great when you get something new. So, well, these decks, which are usually with Radleigh Valentine, they come with your pack. And because this is a tarot deck, there's 78 cards. Okay, consisting of the major arcana and the minor arcana. And it comes with a book. Now, if you're a beginner with tarot reading or oracle card readings, and as you saw me when I did the Moonology card yesterday, I do actually often refer to their booklet. Very useful, especially if you're a beginner, because you're starting off, you're thinking, well, I'm not 100% sure. And the way I always do it is I have a look at the card, just open it up, see what I'm meaning I can get from it, and then I look at what they've said, because when the author wrote the cards, they were in a certain zone on a certain day, and it could have been spring, summer, autumn, winter, it could have been a wet day, a dry day, or whatever. And when they tune into their cards and they're creating it, that is their thoughts. But just because that they put an interpretation on their card and your interpretation is completely different, that's fine, because they were going with their intuition when they created the deck, and you're going with your intuition. And as long as you go with your intuition, that's the right way to do it. So we've got this beautiful little book. He's got a great little introduction about the fairy tarot cards, a little history about the tarot, um, and then he talks about, like, there's the Three of Autumn, and he's got the picture of the card and writing. So um, yeah, there you go. That's the little booklet. So I get my deck of cards. That's the back. Aren't they pretty? Lovely picture of a fairy. Looks almost like a fairy. Actually, to me, she looks like a fairy princess. And just by the deck of the cards, the back, you can see the beautiful artwork. So you can guess that, right, the artwork of the cards itself is going to be just as beautiful. Okay? So I like that. So I wrote a couple of notes. As you know, in the tarot, because like I said, I'm talking about a tarot deck. In the tarot, we have four suits: the wands, the cups, the swords, and the coins. Coins could be known as pentacles. Yeah, have a look at this one. And when you work with other people, because like the fairy cards, because the fairies are the angels of nature, he has, instead of calling them wands, cups, swords, and coins, he has called them spring, summer, autumn, and winter. As you know, I use my angel tarot deck a lot by him. This is one I usually go for Radleigh Valentine. And in this deck, he has earth, air, fire, and water because they're the elements. And of course, working with the angels, working with the elements. So in this deck, he, instead of his cards saying spring, wands, they will say spring. So you may have the ace of springs, or you may have the ace of summer, which is the cups. You may have the ace of swords, which is, winter, which is equivalent to swords. And you have the ace of autumn, which is equivalent to coins. The theme behind it is perfectly the same, you know, spring, water, fire, summer, cups, water, winter, swords, air, autumn, coins, earth. Now, in the original tarot, when it was first set up, with the major arcana cards, you've got like justice and strength, the tower, you've got the death, the hangman, you've got the empress. What they've got is the original one, the card 8. Card 8 is justice, and the card 11 is strength. But for some unknown reason, the Arthur Waite, you know, that everyone knows about the Rider-Waite pack of decks, he actually switched them. So when you're using a Rider-Waite deck, you will find that the strength card is numbered 8 and the justice card is number 11. What Radleigh Valentine has done is he switched them back, okay, because there is a flow, there is a story through the major arcana, you know, with the fool starting off on his journey and getting spiritual learning with his parents, and then his teaching, then he falls in love and choices. And so there is a flow, but with the Rider-Waite pack, because they've swapped the strength and the justice card from 8 to 11 to 11 to 8, there isn't the complete flow. So what Radleigh Valentine has done with his cards, the fairy tarot and the angel, he swaps the cards back to how an original tarot should be created. Okay, so use this bit of information. So we have got the deck. Yeah, just going to show you. Yes, I do. There's a number of ways you just say, because the deck is created in a factory, which is fine, but you don't know the energies in a factory because they've been posted in a, you know, maybe these probably been made in America, packed in a machine, by a machine, put in an aeroplane, sent over here. I actually got these off Amazon, so they've been sitting in the Amazon warehouse. Different people have been touching them and so on and so forth. So you don't know what energy is in them. Okay, all the energy of the factory workers, the energy of the aeroplane, the energy of them sitting in an Amazon warehouse. So you've got all the energy there, and you don't know whether it's good energy or bad energy. So yes, I do cleanse them, and there's a number of ways. I can either do with, I love using I've got a great big amethyst. I've got a massive big amethyst bed. It's about this big, but at the moment it's in my healing room under my couch because I've been doing work with clients, so it's there. And what I do, you can either do it with the whole box, or you can take the cards out and you can sit them on the amethyst, or you can get a smudging stick, don't set fire to them, and you can smudge them and smudge the box. And again, you can have them either in the box and smudge the whole box, or take the cards out and smudge them. But you can do anything you like. So it's cleansing them. I mean, some people like to leave them out in the sun and the moon energy. I mean, we've got a new moon energy. It's new moon is yesterday. And the new moon energy lasts for the day before, the day of, and the day after. So I could leave them out tonight. I mean, I can leave them out now for 24 hours. So they've got the sun energy, sun, she says, grey sky, and then they can get the moon energy tonight. And new moon, new beginnings, new deck. Brilliant. So I could do that so they can get cleansed with the sun and the moon. Whatever you feel is how you like to cleanse decks, use your intuition and go with it. Some people like to cleanse with a candle and a flame. Personally speaking, I wouldn't do that because flame, card, set fire. I mean, you can do it in the mirror, but if you're going to do it in the smoke of the candle, you might as well use a smudge stick. Just remember health and safety when you're cleansing. So I've got my deck, and the first thing I do is hold it. I bring it to my heart center. It's actually resting against my heart and my higher heart center. Okay, because me personally work with love and my intuition, and I like to work with a channel with the angels and archangels, and in this one, because it's fairies, we're working with the fairy elementals. I always bring my deck of cards to my heart first, just to go and just to see whether it sits naturally with me. Yes, no, yes. Well, of course, he's got to sit naturally with me because in handling them. But yes, so I bring them to my heart center. Yeah, I like smudging. I love smudging. I've got so many smudge sticks. Brilliant, awesome. And if you need any smudge sticks, let me know because I've got a person who creates the most beautiful handmade smudge sticks ever, ever. And she's actually now written a book on smudge sticks. So yeah, awesome. So I bring the cards to my heart center and I just sit there. It doesn't matter whether it's 1 second or a minute or a couple of minutes. And I just sort of go breathing in their energy. This is after I've cleansed them because, of course, you don't want uncleansed cards shoving energy into your heart that's not clean. Okay, so I then, yeah. And then I go, oh, I got my deck. Now, this will take a long time, so I'm only going to do it very briefly. And I have actually looked at the cards. And what I do is, because there's 78 here, I've brought them to my heart, feeling the love, feeling their energy. I thank the universe, the spirits and guides, to say thank you for bringing this deck to me. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to be able to work with this tarot deck or the oracle card deck or whatever. But I always like to say thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because this is a gift. Radleigh Valentine has made this deck with love, and he wants to give it to us all. So I've received his love and his knowledge and his wisdom. So I like to say thank you, Radleigh, for creating this deck. Okay, and whoever makes it, if you've got a Carl Gray deck or a Diana Cooper or a Doreen Virtue or whatever, Lizzie Ivy deck, with the Beyond Lemura, whoever it is, I just like to say thank you for their time and their energy and their knowledge and their wisdom for creating this card. And I receive with thanks and thank you for them creating it because they've connected with the universe, made their cards for the universe wants to get this message out. And I go, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I've done that. So I've done it, and and you can do it. Someone goes, oh yeah, great, thank you, brilliant, and off they go. You've got your own intuition. This is just the way I work. We all work in a different way. There is absolutely no right or wrong way. If someone says, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, that's them controlling, and it's because that's what works with you. If you work with, and you like that way, do it, but there is never a right or wrong way. Your intuition is the right way. So I then look at the deck and I start going, oh, the dreamer. And you can, if you want it, depending on bigger thing, you can go individually to each card. Oh, dreamer. But what I'm doing is, because you're separating the cards, because they've all been stuck together in a machine, you want them all loose and free. So I've got the dreamer, and I go, oh, the dreamer. He's like the fool. He's starting off his journal. Then you've got the magician, and then you've got the high priestess, the empress, the emperor, unity, lovers, the chariot, and like I said, he's got the justice in number 8, in a tarot deck, this would be number 11. You've got the Hermit, and it's interesting, in most tarot decks, they are, the Hermit is depicted by a male, but in his card, he's depicted by a female. It actually looks like a crone, because you know the ladies, they've got the maiden, the woman, and the crone. The crone is a wise woman. The word crone comes from crown, okay? So the crown, the queen. So when someone says, oh, you're an old crown, I go, thank you. Because crone means the wise woman, because it is the king and the queen who are wise, and they wear the crown. Crown, the crone, the hermit. We've got the wheel. This used a spinning wheel. The strength. Now, as I said, in tarot, in the Rider-Waite pack and all the other tarot decks, the strength card, they depict it as number 8. He's gone back to the tradition and using strength as the number 11. You've got your well, he's called it awakening. This is the hanged man, because with a hanged man, you're sitting there and you're thinking, I'm swinging there. I've come to a crossroads. Do I go to the right or the left? And it's like the awakening is like, yeah, I'm going to go to I've learned everything so far, and I'm now going off to the right. I'm now going off to the left. So that's why he calls it the awakening, because he's awakened up. So it's not a hangman and things. Release. Balance. On balance of things, the justice. Ego. The ego is the devil, because when you're working in your ego, the devil working, okay? Your life experience. Oh, I like this one, the star. Isn't that beautiful? Then you've got the moon, the sun, with the sunflowers. Sunflowers, sun, brilliant. Renewal, new beginnings. The world. Oh, I like that. The world is always, look, she's ready. She's got her armor. She's ready to go. So there's the world. Okay. Just suddenly thought, yeah, that's it. Got to the end. So you got the major arcana cards. So you do that individually. Well, I do, because the thing is, because they're first new, the cards get stuck together. So you want to make sure that they're all loose. So when you go to shuffle them, they're loose. So then we have the autumn cards. And I said autumn is earth. Aren't they beautiful? And I like the fact they're all they've all got that green colour, so you can easily spot this is the autumn colour. But the cards have all got autumn pictures in them. It's all autumnal. So I would go through all the cards, looking at them. You can bring them to things. Then you've got I've just opened them up and they're like that. We've got the spring, which is wands. And they're all beautiful spring pictures. Look, you've got the blossom. They all look like spring-like pictures. And I like the fact that it's like brown, because the earth is brown and then the spring flowers come out because it's brown from the window. You've got and of course the colours of spring are all beautiful, and it just shows up beautifully against this brown. So there's that. Then I'm only doing it in the order that I've opened these up. Winter swords, equivalent to air. Of course, all the pictures are to do with winter, all snow. Okay. Beautiful. God, I love that. Ace of Winter. Look at the colour. And the tiger. Stepping out, the white tiger. Snow tiger. I like that. So then, again, you'd look at each card individually. And then last but no least is the Ace of Summer. Slightly different colour again, so you can easily spot them. Okay, and it's all beautiful summer pictures. So I'm probably going a bit too fast, but as you can see, they're all pictures depicting the summer scenes. So again, I would go there. And the reason why I do that is just that they're because they're brand new. Like I said, cards get stuck together. So I like to make sure that they're everything. Now, there's a number of ways you can do them. You can actually, first time you use them, you can actually work with just the major arcana cards, shuffle them, and just deal with a major arcana card and ask a question in major arcana. You can ask a question of just the autumn cards. You could ask a question of just the spring cards. You could ask a question of winter cards. And you could ask just a question of the summer cards if you want a specific question answering. Okay, but most people, because the thing is, to do that, you've got to sort your cards out. So sometimes I do that when I first meet them. But what I do now is we shuffle them. What's the best way to shuffle a new deck? Okay. Put them all together. Now, it is a little bit harder to do 78 cards, and they are quite big, and I've got little handy pandies. So the best way to do it, because you want a mixture of upright straight cards or reverse cards, reverse, because that's how tarot works. Tarot works in reversed ways. Now, there are some oracle decks that they work in reverse, or you can read the book and it would say this card is this, and if it's in reverse it means that. A lot of oracle cards are just worked that way round, but some oracle cards say can be worked in reverse. If the cards are just to be worked straight up, the correct way up, just shuffle them. Okay, but when it's a deck that you work with them in reverse, how do you do reverse? Well, you just get them like this. This is where it all goes, and you just twist and twist and twist. I'm going to take some bottom ones and start twisting, 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 and then I sort of put them back together again in any old order. So, well, they're going everywhere. This is because they're so brand new. So you just twist, 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 twist. Keep twisting, keep twisting, keep twisting, keep twisting. And then when you're ready, just... oh, I'm going to have to do it like this. There you are. So, at the moment, they're still in the same order. I'm just messing around, getting them all straight. Doesn't matter whether they're upside down or what. Twist, twist, twist. Okay, so they are still in their, in theory, order. I'll just mess them up. So you've now got your deck, and you can do this every time you do a shuffle. Before you do a shuffle, get your deck and twist, 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 twist. Okay, so then you start shuffling. Now, there are lots of ways to shuffle. Me personally, when I shuffle, I always like to do it so I can't actually see the card. I have pagan smile, so I always shuffle like this. Some people get the cards and do, oops, the flicking. I can't do that, as you can see, where, let me put it down here. Oh, I don't think you can. And they just sort of, because people can do this in the air, and they just sort of do the fan shuffling. Some people, sometimes what I do, if it's only a 40 card deck, I go boom, do, you sort of go one card and then straight like that, and then like that, and then sort of then deal them out. You deal them out into like 10 piles, like I'm doing now. And then I've got the piles like this, and then I put them together again. So it's however it feels right, however you want to split up a deck. Now these aren't going to be split up very well. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, and so on and so forth. I've got 78 cards here. Like I said, this is the first time I've shuffled them, so they are going to be. So I've got my deck. I've twisted and twirled them, twisted and twirled them, twisted and twirled them. You know, you can do it again as many times. But yeah, it's good to do that, because if you want to work with reverse cards, then they're reversed. And because you know, I mean, some people just like to work with them all the one way up, sort of thing. So yeah. So, and of course, when I shuffle, because if I shuffle like this, I can actually see the cards. And it's like, oh, 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 and I get distracted. So, and also it's like I'm fixing the cards in whichever order they're going in. So I'm just splitting some of these up. I mean, that's what you could do. You could just go, yeah, I don't know. There's no right or one way to shuffle, because I can see which ones they are. I'm splitting them up because some of these haven't been shuffled right, because I still got the princess, the prince, the queen, and the king. Oh, he's got a princess here. So just split the cards up into cards anywhere. Interesting. Right. So she says, sending her cards everywhere. Even a professional can make a balls up of this. Oh, did I say I was a professional? I don't think so. Let me put the cards back in again. And yeah. And then we're going to take a card. Oh, just splitting this up because it's 7, 8 and 9 are still together. Maybe that's what we'll do. So, so, and then you just shuffle and shuffle. And then again, how do you take a card? Well, there is absolutely no right or wrong way, because the card you want, Spirit, will get to you with the knowledge. So you can do one or two ways. You can shuffle. I mean, some people shuffle their cards like this. I can't do that. It's because I've got small hands. Okay, I can't do that because they fall over, fall out. So this is why, because I've got small hands, I do them on their side. So, oh, there you go. A card might flip out like that. So let's start. Balance. On balance of things. This is a major arcana card. On balance. So as you see, it just sort of flipped out. So we're going to demonstrate on this one. So this is a card. Hi, Rosemary, called Balance. And it says, take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There is no need to rush. And it's like, oh, he's spitting blood. Why is he spitting blood? So, that's strange, isn't it? On balance, I will think about this. Okay. Spitting blood. The heart of the matter. What is the heart of the matter? And yeah, doesn't want to hurt his heart, because I can speak, so he's going to take his time on a decision. That's what I'm getting from that. But that's the balance. So that's that set. So that's how you can do that one. Otherwise, you can, I mean, if you've got a question, you know, you can just sort of say, I have this question, am I on the right path? And then as you shuffle the cards, you say the question over. Oh! As I said that, I'm just... Another card fell out. So this is because they're so new and they're slippy, slidey. You're finding things. So am I on the right path? 6 of summer. Summer is equivalent to cups. It's everyone has fun, emotions time. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse life than how they really occurred. So I know exactly why this is, because I'm meeting with my son tomorrow. So yeah, connecting with the child. So, you know, you ask a question. So what's the other way of doing it? Well, if you're shuffling, because you've probably seen me a few times when I do my free tarot reading on a Tuesday night, you know, I'm going, what has Spirit got to say for us? Oh, now we've got the 4 of summer just flipped out. So what you could do, if a card doesn't flip out, you know, you can just go, so you can just go, you know what, I'm going to cut it. And when you cut it, you can either take the card from the top or the card from where you took it from. This game, it's no right or wrong. This one is the 3 of Spring, but it's in reverse. So it says, plan my next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. And it's in reverse. So it's like, I'm not planning with the eye to attention. I definitely don't have patience. There are more good things to come. So it needs to say, I need to be patient because there is more good things to come. And I've got to be satisfied that I have done a good job. I have good job because, you know, when it's reversed, it's like satisfaction. Well, maybe I don't think I'm doing a good job. So I need to realize that I am doing a good job. Flip it. Okay, so you can take it from there, or you can shuffle again. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Like that, and then just take the cards from the top. 1, 2, 3, and you can do a reading like that. So it's whatever way. Sometimes I take them from the top, sometimes I take them from the, you know, otherwise you can shuffle, shuffle, shuffle and go, you know what, I want the end of something. I want the end. So take the cards from the bottom cards, you know. You want to end something. How do I end something? You want to start something. Take them from the top. Oh, I'm in the middle of something. I am in the middle of an absolute nightmare. Will this ever end? Take the cards from the middle. Okay. There is no right or wrong way of where you take a card, how you take a card. There is no right or wrong way. Like I said, I look at the cards. Let's take the this one, 5 of Summer. It's just from the bottom. I just took it. 5 of Summer. Right. I know that summer means cups. Cups is all to do with water, emotions. Okay. When I interpret it, number 5, it's like a plateau. Because you start at 1, really keen and exciting, and then you get 5. Got to have a break, plateau, and then you go 6, 7, 8, 9, got there, and then 10, you start all over. So it says 5 of Summer. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Okay, so we can't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get to 5. It's a plateau. Do I carry on? What do I do? You know, it's a break. It's a break. Trust there's a reason for everything that happens, because you think, well, I was going to do this. I was going to do this job, but now it's something stopping me from doing it. There is a reason. Maybe you're looking at it and you're not working from your heart center. Remove yourself from the note. So maybe you've been going like this one, I'm going to create my own business. I'm going to set my own business up. And you've got people all around you going, oh, I wouldn't do it this time of the year. What with this and what with that and da, you know, and all this negativity. And it's just like, I want to do it. And they bring you down. So you get to, and you go, you know what? Stop it. This is what I want to do. Rather than put me down, please support me and go, this is really brilliant. And go, I'm on my way up. I'm on my way up. So remove yourself from the negative people. That's number 5, because people are holding you back. So maybe that's why you've got to the plateau, because you've got too many things around you that's negatively holding you down with a thick negative energy. So maybe that's why you need to remove yourself from it. Focus on what really frightens or so maybe there's something that you're scared of. And you've started this business, and then you think, you know what, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know everything I need to know. You know, I know how to do tarot reading, but you know, how do I run a business? How do I do my banking? How to do my accounting? How do I do my advertising? So then you suddenly think, that frightens me because I don't know how to advertise. I don't know how to do my marketing of how to become a great tarot reader. You know, I am a tarot reader, but how do I get my name out there? That's scary. Well, go onto YouTube, read some books. Okay, so it says focus on what frightens me, what's worrying me, how to do my bookkeeping. The reason why I'm frightened of how to do my bookkeeping is because I don't know how to do it. That's all. That's the only reason I don't know how to do it. So, you know what? I'll get some books on how to do basic bookkeeping, and then I'll read that, and then I know it, and then I won't be scared of it anymore. What's worrying me? What is worrying me? That I won't be. So what is it I want? Because I don't want the ego. You know, what worried me that I won't make a living out of being a tarot reader. Well, that's negative. I won't make a living out of a tarot as being a tarot reader. Well, that's what I'm telling myself. So that's what's going to happen. I won't make a living out of it. So stop worrying and go, look, the universe supplies and they will supply me the right clients, blah, blah, blah. So remove my worries and go, you know what, at the moment, yeah, I'm ticking along. Be nice to have more money, but at the moment I've got an abundance of money that covers my current bills. So tickety boo. So this 5 of summer, okay, summer cups water because it is emotional when you're feeling frightened or you're worried about something. That is emotions. That's why it's summer water, emotions. And it's like, well, what is making you worried? What is making you fearful? What is making you, so tell me, and then look and say, why is it this is frightening me? You go and you go, there's a river there, can't cross. Why can't you cross it? Because I can't swim. Okay, go away, learn how to swim. Then you learn to swim. Then when you come to the river, you won't be frightened about it. Strip back. What is frightening you and what is stopping you? Why are you moving on? So, because like I said, this is not the card for the day. This is just how I read it. And then what you could do, you then look at the pictures. Now, this to me, she looks like she's a moth. And she's got the eyes, 2 eyes there. Oh, this is just explaining how to do cards. This isn't card reading. So you would then look at the picture and interpret it your own way. All right. So can take another question. Sometimes when you're doing card readings for yourself, you think, what question have you got? Oh, I don't know. I haven't got a question. Okay, cards. I want a general reading. Okay. So you shuffle them however you want to do, flipped it, and it's just said, I just said I wanted some, and that one completely flipped up. So this would say, I want a general reading, a card's come out, it's giving me the Queen of Summer, loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. So it's telling me I want a general, well, it's just telling me to remain as a loving person, remain within my, recognize my emotions and understand why am I feeling emotional, why I'm doing this. It's telling me use my intuitive, and it's saying listen to my heart, which is what I'm always doing. Listen to my heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others. Okay, and it's saying perhaps more because Queen is like the mother. Okay, so general reading for that for myself, that would be how I interpret it. But perhaps you have a question like remember you can't ask a future question like, will I get my job promotion? Because we don't predict. Tarot and oracle cards cannot predict. No one can predict the future. Okay. So say, for example, so instead of will I get a promotion, because then the answer is yes or no. And then what happens if you don't get the promotion? Well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. How are you going to react? So you could say, I want to know about my career perspectives. I want to know. So you say that, you can say it out loud or in your head. I want to know my future career progression. Okay. So you shuffle the cards. You got the question. Shuffle. I decided to cut top to bottom and take a card. So what about my career position? Ace of Autumn. Autumn is to do with earth, coins, and all the pentacles. Great stuff. Ace of Autumn, a windfall of money. Oh! Advice or assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in my career. Now that's interesting because I was asking, isn't that funny, about my career? Okay, yes, my change in my career is slightly changed because a few years ago I was a medical secretary. Now it's my career here. Advice or assistance. So this is saying that to enable to grow, because ACE is the start of my journey. ACE is the start of a new path, and it is because, as you some of you may know, I've got launching my very first course on Monday. So this is saying this is good, a very successful project. Yay! What I'm doing at the moment is the right thing. A windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others. So maybe people are going to advise me on how I can do my course. Maybe people will advise me on how I can advertise it. Maybe people are going to show me how I can manifest clients for it. But this is the beginning of something, ACE. So I asked about my career job question, and I've just started off something, and of course it's brand new. So this is a confirmation of that. So that's a way of doing it. Now, what happens if someone else wants a reading? Okay. So, for example, Paul's asked for a card. So this isn't a proper reading, but this is a demonstration. So I'm saying Paul has asked for a card. Paul Martin has asked for a card. This is how you do it for reading. So if you've got one for Joe Blogs, or you're reading for your mum or your sister or colleague or whoever it is, you go, I'm reading for so-and-so. So let's say Paul. Don't know whether you're still here. So this is for Paul. Paul. What does Paul... Now, Paul's just asked for a card. So Spirit just pops in my head. It's a general reading. So this is just a general card for Paul. Okay. Doing that, mention this is a general card for Paul. And as you can see, oops, a card has flipped out. So this is Spirit. Okay. 4 of Winter. Now, winter is to do with swords, air. Swords are double-edged. 4 of Winter. Now, they're resting in the hollow of a tree, keeping away from the cold wind, the cold snow. And it's saying, set aside your concerns for now. So all her concerns are outside here. So any concerns you got, Paul, set them aside. Today's Saturday, can't do much about it until Monday morning when you're back at work. So set aside, it says. You can now make a decision later. Yeah, you don't need to make that decision at the moment. Just chill. Today's Saturday afternoon, just chill. Watch some football, have a beer. Just go, because I'm worried about my mortgage, but you can't talk to your bank manager until Monday morning. So just chill. Okay, she's doing that. She's chilling. Solutions that come from meditation. So rather than go, oh, I'm worried about my mortgage, blah, 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 or whatever it is you're worried about, just go, you know what? Instead of worrying about it, my life is, I give it up to the universe. Quite clearly, you're putting it up to the universe, because you wouldn't be asking for a reading, because that's what we do. We put things up to the universe and spirits and guides and gods and your angels. So it's just like, okay, I'll meditate on this. So what you do, you can go and sit down. So she's meditating, taking time out and going, what do I do about the mortgage? Why do I want a mortgage? Why am I, what is this? This is going to stress me out, blah, blah, blah. Meditate on it. Another word for meditation is thinking. Okay. The need for more sleep or a vacation. This is saying you need to take time out. You need to rest, because you're getting so bogged down with all the worries around you. You need to, that's what she's doing. She's not hiding away. She's just taking a rest from all the stresses, all the strains that's going on. And she's just, and this is what you've got to do, Paul. It's the weekend. Take a break and have a laugh, have a giggle, reinvigorate yourself. And then come Monday morning, when you've got to go and talk to the bank manager about your mortgage or whatever it is, you'll be in a refreshed state of mind, because it says get small sleep. If you're tired, you're grumpy, your brain can't work clearly. So that's the 4 of Winter. Okay, so set aside your concerns for now, have some fun, rest, chill, meditate, have a little think about what you might write it down, whatever it is the problem. So that's the card, and that's how I do a card for someone. I go, I'm doing a card reading, that's for Paul, or I'll be doing a reading for Joe, or doing a reading for Rosemary, or whoever's on here, and I just think of them, and I'm connected to a spirit. You shuffle, and like I said, it will either card will fly out, or you'll suddenly get the intuition that, you know, I need to cut my deck at the top or the bottom and take a card. So hopefully that's shown you how you can get a brand new deck from the factory. Don't forget to cleanse. Can cleanse it with a bed of amethyst, or you can a bed of pure rose, white quartz. Cleanse it in the sun and the moon. You can do it by smudging. I wouldn't use a candle with a flame because this is paper and you're set up for, but you know, if that's how you want to do it, I mean, you can have the candle and put it in front and meditate with them, but keep it away from the flame. There's lots of ways. And then, like I said, I take each card and I look at each card. And the reason I do that is because I want them to be, you know, easy to shuffle, you know. So that's what, you know, why I take each card. I look at the picture. Oh, I like that. Oh, look at that. Three of winter. There's three there: man, woman, and the bear. I like that. So then you just look at each card to separate them, and then once you've done that, if it's a deck that you can work in reverse, don't forget to twist and twist and twist and twist and twist and twist. The other way you can do it, you can just throw the cards on the floor so they're all messed up, and then gather them all and so you can mix them up. And then, like I said, oh look, they're all over the place. So I'm just going to straighten them up, but you know, however Spirit wants them to be straightened. Okay. So then that, and then, like I said, shuffle however you want to shuffle. I mean, if you just want to deal them out into 10 different piles, pile pop up, and then shuffle them, shuffle. You want to really shuffle them the very first time, because you don't want, like, because they come in like the tarot, they come in ace, 2, 3, and they're so you really want to spread them out. So you really want to do a very good shuffling. And the more you shuffle, you're putting your energy, and as you're shuffling, going, I'm enjoying these cards. I love, fill it with love, 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 love. And then when you're ready to read, you can say to yourself, I'd like a general reading, please, or I want a reading on my finances, or I want a reading on my love life, I want a reading on my hobby, I want a reading on my career, whatever it is. Just say it out loud or in your head, or if you're doing it for someone, like I just did a little card for Paul, then I go, I'm doing a reading for Paul, you know, and then just shuffle, and then you just use your intuition, okay? Go with what's right. And then have fun. But this is only guidance. Tarot and oracle cards are only guidance. They are not telling you what to do. They are giving you guidance. They may be a confirmation, because you may already decided what you want to do, but you're not quite sure. So they will give you a confirmation. Tarot and oracle cards do not dictate to you what to do. Please do not live your life by, oh, what should I do? Oh, the tarot said this, so this is what I'm going to do. It's just a tool to help you connect with your spirits, your guides, and with your heart center. Okay. If you're living your life purely by what the tarot has said to you, or purely what the oracle cards have said to you, and you just go, you know, I can't do this without, that's wrong. That's wrong, 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 wrong. They are just there for guidance and confirmation. Okay. And then you've got your human being, you've got your free will, and you can decide whether to accept it or not. But do not live your life by the tarot or by the oracle cards. I hope this has been of some help and some information. This has been 50 minutes. I was only going to come on for half an hour, but you know me. I never do that. So I do hope this has been helpful. I will come on later and do a reading for the card for the day. So have a wonderful Saturday afternoon, and I'll catch you all later. And I hope you found this very, very helpful. Take care. Angel blessings. Namaste. Love you all very much. Bye.